Now we're talking about resident-related damage versus just normal wear and tear. When we're looking at properties after a resident moved out and a resident just moved out of this house, we really need to classify and quickly what is the responsibility of the resident that we're going to take out of the security deposit, if anything. The goal is that we don't take anything. The goal is that we get a property back and it's in great condition with just normal wear and tear, but we want to point out, how do you know the difference?
Yeah, so just first off, we noticed this right as we walked in. This is going to be issues that's not going to happen just from people living here, but that's probably somebody either took a hammer to the wall there to try and get some spacing, chip paint moving around couches, whatever it may be that's going to cause extra damages to these owners, more than just needing to put on an extra layer of paint because maybe somebody spilled something on the wall and it's a little bit stained. Stuff that just is a little outside the norm, that looks like I'd classify it as damage or destruction.
Yeah, that's right. And so if you can see here on the walls, like you have some nails here where they were hanging some stuff. This honestly is not that big a deal. However, if you follow me down here, they were hanging probably some TVs right here, and they really took, they really wore this wall out. This is going to be resident-related damage that we're going to charge for. But that would be it. Like the other stuff, just kind of the walls are maybe a little bit dirty. That's just normal wear and tear. This floor is a little bit dirty. That's just kind of normal wear and tear. It's not anything that we would charge a resident for. But if we walked around and we saw this, the thing you should remember as a landlord is if you're renting the house, you would have photos of this. How was this when they moved in the house? And if it was in great condition when they moved in the house and then you came back in after they moved out and that was broken, obviously you're going to charge the resident for that because that's not normal wear and tear.
For sure, and it's just such things as, if you look at these walls over here, you do see a little dirt on here. That's just people living in the home. That kind of stuff's going to happen. Something like this could have been, kids playing around, balls kicked in the house, whatever it may be, that's going to be a little bit of extra charge to you over something that is not just a daily living. That's going to come back to the tenant, come out of that security deposit, and make sure we get that all handled for you.
Something else I'll point out that we see a lot in these types of houses, these like investor grade houses, I would say C and D class houses are when residents leave things in the house. Now, this is not really damage. However, for a landlord, you're going to have to pay to get this stuff moved out. If you're leasing this yourself and you're the landlord and you don't want to charge them for that, you don't necessarily have to. You could like load this up in your truck and take it away if you wanted to. But we are, as a property management company, we're going to charge the resident for that because we're going to have our people and we're paying them per hour. We're going to have them haul this stuff away to the dump, and that's costs money, so we're going to charge them for that.
Correct, and depending on how much they leave, for instance, this is not too much. We can get that out of here in probably one trip. But sometimes when you come into these properties, people leave everything, beds, furniture. That's going to take usually a dumpster, multiple people, and the charge is going to go up a bit. So you definitely want to make sure we get pictures of this and charge that back to the tenant.